Have you ever realized sometimes life doesn't knock you off track all at once, right? It happens little by little. One hard week turns into another, your routine starts slipping. Before you know it, you're sitting there thinking how you got so far away from trying to be the woman that you want to become, right? And I think women our age know exactly what that feels like. I mean, we have responsibilities, we have families, we have health concerns at our age. I'm going to tell you all about mine in a little bit. Um, Stress, grief, and 100 other things just pulling all of our attention at once. Because sometimes life gets so loud that we slowly stop hearing ourselves. And now stay with me because this is day 38 of my Elevate Life journey. Um, and today I want to talk about what happens when life interrupts your momentum and what I'm noticing as I move forward again. I have today's affirmation for you and a simple tip that might help you stop being so hard on yourself when it happens to you too. Okay. Um, First of all, I want to clean. It's going to be better. Maybe that's a little better. Hope. So, uh, I'm just going to talk to you honestly today. I told myself I was going to stay really, really diligent with this journey, my business, being here for you, and showing up consistently for you every day, or at least the 3 times a week that I'm scheduling myself. And I finally felt like I had momentum going. And honestly, I was excited about where this whole movement was heading. And then life happened. I mean, it started over a month ago. We had a death in the family. My ex father in law passed away, who was, he was my father growing up and my kids' grandfather. And then my daughter came and stayed with us. And while she was here, she got an upper respiratory infection and it was pretty bad. And so she was sick for the whole time that she was here, just about. She made it to the funeral and then pretty much was just in our house in her bedroom for a long time, for a month. And all that time, we had Joseph as well. So there was a lot going on and it was difficult to stay on track with everything. My focus shifted to family and caring for them and everything. Now my routines were changing, and I stepped away from posting so consistently and doing my lives and all of that. And then I had a colonoscopy, and I'm still waiting on results for that because I refuse to go back to the office and pay another $100 to get the results. I will get them, trust me, and I will. I want to talk about that colonoscopy sometime as well because if you haven't had one, it's an interesting journey all in itself. Um, that whole week is it's like a whole 3 or 4 days, that you prepare and then you go have your colonoscopy and all that. So anyway, my whole rhythm was interrupted, and try I was trying to stay grounded, trying to get my posts out and doing all the things with y'all, and it was difficult. And then one night, well, actually I've had a little bit of trouble with um at one point in time, I know I probably told you that I had trouble with my right side where I was getting tingling and it would like radiate out to my arm and into my face, and kind of worried me about all that. And I got rid of that um, back in September, I guess it was. And then something weird started happening. I felt like um, my arm strength wasn't there. And sometimes whenever I would walk, my leg strength wasn't as good. And I feel like I was going to fall. My gait was off. Anyway, so one night I'm sitting there, and it started like I got flushed, and I had trouble whenever I got up to walk. I was feeling disoriented a little bit, and I was afraid I was having a stroke. Isn't that what we usually think we're having a stroke? So I went into the ER and found out that I have stenosis, and that is narrowing of the backbones where I got I've had bone spurs, and there's pressure on my nerves. So anyway, um, so I went ahead and got back on what helped me back with my um, tingling stuff, and that was the peptides that I have, Nueva Beauty, and that really fairly quickly got rid of my all that tingling that I had. So I guess the repairing of it helped repair, all of the nerves and all of the tissue around them. Something. This is it. It's just a little bitty tablet. That's all it is. Go, and if you want some information about that, let me know, because it's really helped me. I started taking it, and I've got my gait back where I'm not tripping anymore. I'm not feeling like my legs are heavy anymore. So anyway, that being said, they have recommended surgery, so I'm going to go through some PT, and then find out about whether I'm going to have surgery or not, and I will keep you all in the loop about all that stuff. But anyway, I am back. So anyway, all of that will make you stop and really think about your life for a moment, right? Because I think one thing women our age start realizing is this: health is not something that you keep putting off. Getting healthy, energy matters, feeling good matters. The way that you live your life, even every single day, it really matters. And honestly, that is why this movement means so much to me now. This is not about trying to become 25 again. This is about deciding that you're not finished becoming the woman that you still want to be, right? There's a difference between surviving your days and actually living them. And I think a lot of women quietly settle into survival mode without even thinking about it, especially with so much on your plate. When you get up, you handle your responsibilities, you take care of everyone else, you push through till exhaustion, some of you, and somewhere in the middle of all that, you stop expecting yourself to feel truly alive again. Not miserable, just not fully yourself either, right? And I don't think that this is how this season of life is supposed to be. You aren't supposed to feel this way. I'm not supposed to feel this way. And I think women our age are supposed to become wiser and stronger and clearer and more intentional. I think this season is supposed to be powerful for us. But you can't build that kind of life if every interruption convinces you that you failed. And that's the trap right there. Because the moment that life interrupts your momentum, you start acting like your progress disappeared. You miss a few workouts, you stop journaling for a while, um, or you disappear from your routines for a couple of weeks. And suddenly you are talking to yourself like you're all the way back at the beginning again. But that is not true. It's very far from the truth. Life interrupted my rhythm. It did not erase my growth. I'm still the woman who learned those lessons. You are still the woman that built those habits. You are still the woman who knows deep down that you want more for your health, for your energy, for your life. And that woman didn't disappear. And honestly, I had to remind myself through all that's been going on. I had to remind myself because I felt that old pressure creeping in that I'm going to have to start over again. That little voice, the saying, well, now you messed up your momentum and now you have to start all over again. And I finally stopped and I remembered, no, I don't. I'm not starting over. I'm continuing from where I was. And those are very, very different things. Starting over feels really heavy. It continually um, feels like your progress doesn't count. Continuing feels hopeful. Your growth still counts. And the woman that you became while building those habits still counts too. And honestly, I think more women need to hear that because you made a lot of progress in your life. Because shame keeps women stuck longer than mistakes ever do. Shame keeps women stuck more than mistakes ever will. Some of you are spending more time beating yourselves up than simply returning to the life that you actually want to build. Now, let me give you today's affirmation because it goes along with this. I gently return to the habits, routines, and directions that support the life that I want to build. I gently return to the habits, routines, and direction that support the life that I want to build, that I am building. I love that affirmation because there's no shame in it. There's no punishment, there's no guilt. And no, well, I ruined everything again, right? Just return to your direction, return to your habits, return to yourself. And honestly, I think one of the strongest things a woman can learn after 50 is how to return to herself without the drama, without the guilt or the self-hatred, right? That changes everything. Changed everything for me. Let me tell you more of what I'm noticing as I move forward. I'm calmer than I used to be. I'm not panicking every time life interrupts my plans. And Lord, it I got interrupted these past 4 or 5 weeks, right? And I'm not acting like one difficult season erased all my progress anymore. And honestly, that mindset shift alone is helping me move forward faster and feel good about it. And because I'm focused on momentum instead of perfection, right? And protecting myself. Direction instead of guilt. And that feels steadier, more grounded, more real. Don't beat yourself up for being human. I mean, life is going to interrupt things. It Sometimes it just does. Hard seasons are going to happen. Family is going to need you. Health concerns are going to make you stop and think. And the goal is not perfection. Remember, I'm always teaching you that. The goal is learning how to return faster without tearing yourself apart first. And I'll tell you the phrase that keeps coming back to me that we've used in the past: schedule the hard stuff and then make the next right choice. And that's it, right? Not 20 perfect choices, not changing your whole life overnight trying to get back on track, just the next right choice. Because one next right choice builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence changes the way that you see yourself. You are not behind, and you are not late, and you are not done becoming the woman that you still want to be. Now, tomorrow, I want to talk a little more honestly about health and fear, aging, and the thoughts that women our age carry around getting older, especially while I wait on results and navigate through my back issues. Okay, because I think there's a conversation we need to have. We need to start having it more openly, right? So make sure you follow me and you don't want to miss all that. Um, Tell me your story in the comments as well. Now, if you're ready to stop starting over, and start building something that actually lasts, just start where I started with your mindset. I'm not sure how I would have gotten through these past weeks without my daily mindset routine. I definitely kept that up. All I know is it wouldn't have been pretty. Now remember, sweetness, you have got one life. Make it the one you were meant to live, the one you've always wanted to live. Y'all have a great day. Happy Memorial Day, by the way, to all of you. And thank you to all who have served.